Hi everyone, I am Shishmita Mondol. Now I will briefly demonstrate the structure of human heart. So let's start with the demonstration. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, and I hope I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. Now the structure of human heart. Human heart is myogenic heart because the contraction and controlling of heartbeat is initiated by the AC node. AC node is the sinoatrial node. It is present at the right atrium. This AC node is a modified tissue, muscle tissue. That's why human heart is myogenic heart because the term myogenic means originating in muscle tissue. Originating in muscle tissue. Now the human heart has four chambers. Upper chambers of human heart are known as atria, and the lower chambers of human heart are known as ventricles. The upper chambers are known as atria, and the lower chambers are known as ventricles. Now, the four chambers of human heart are right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. Now, the right part of the human heart always deals with the carbon dioxide rich blood. That means the deoxygenated blood. And the left part of the human heart always deals with the oxygen rich blood, that means the oxygenated blood. Now, the in the human heart, this left part and the right part of the human heart is separated by septum. So, septum prevent the intermixing of the carbon dioxide rich blood and oxygen rich blood. Now, in human heart, there are several valves. Now, valves direct the blood in one direction and it prevents the backflow of the blood. Now, right atrium and right ventricle. At the junction of the right atrium and right ventricle, there is a tricuspid valve. This tricuspid valve has three muscular flap. That's why the name is tricuspid valve. So, from the right atrium, blood flows to the or blood supplies to the direction of the right ventricle, but does not go back to the right atrium again. Fine. So that means there is a valve, that is tricuspid valve, present at the junction of the right atrium and right ventricle. Now, left atrium and left ventricle. At the junction of the left atrium and left ventricle, there is a mitral valve. It is also known as the bicuspid valve because two muscular flap is present. So left atrium and left ventricle is separated by the mitral valve. And this valve directs the blood from the left atrium to the left ventricle. But from the left ventricle, blood does not go back to the left atrium. From left ventricle, blood does not go back to the left atrium. Apart from these two valves, human heart has two semilunar valves. Semilunar means half moon shape of the half moon. Now, aortic valve. Aortic valve is present at the junction of the aorta and left ventricle. And the pulmonary valve, it is again one of these semilunar valve. It is present at the junction of the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. So pulmonary valve. So this pulmonary, the term pulmonary is related with the lung. So the pulmonary valve is present at the junction between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. And the aortic means this the name aortic is related to the aorta. So that's why aortic valve is present at the junction of the left ventricle and the aorta. Now we know that artery always carry oxygen rich blood and veins always carry deoxygenated blood or the carbon dioxide rich blood. So now the vessels that are associated with the human heart. Pulmonary artery, as we know that the artery always carry oxygen rich blood, but the exception is there, pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery carry carbon dioxide rich blood from the right ventricle and supply it to the lungs for purification. So this is the exception in human heart. Now we know that veins always carry uh, carbon dioxide rich blood, But exception is there in human heart, that is a vein, pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carry oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the left atrium. So it is an exception that a vein, but pulmonary vein, it's a vein, but it carries oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the left atrium. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Now, some other blood vessels are also associated with the human heart. Superior vena cava. Superior vena cava. Now, the superior vena cava always collect carbon dioxide rich blood from the upper body parts, that means from the brain, neck, and the hand region, and bring it to the right atrium. Inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava carry deoxygenated blood, means the carbon dioxide rich blood from the lower body parts, that means from the leg, from the pelvic region. And this inferior vena cava collect this carbon dioxide rich blood and bring it to the right atrium. So this is the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Now the term vena cava. Vena cava meaning largest vein. The term vena cava meaning largest vein. Now the aorta, one of the very important vessels related to the or associated with the human heart, that is the aorta. Aorta is the largest artery. Now the aorta carry oxygen-rich blood from the left ventricle to different body parts. That means aorta supply oxygen-rich blood from the left ventricle, means from the heart to different body parts. So this is the structure of the human heart. Now I will briefly describe the double circulation of human heart. Double circulation of the human heart. Now human heart shows double circulation, and it consists of two circuit, pulmonary circuit and systemic circuit. Pulmonary circuit, the name, as I told you, the term pulmonary, the term pulmonary related with the what? Lung. The term pulmonary always related with the term that is lung. So pulmonary circuit means here the dealing of the blood between the heart and the lung. Now, when when this right atrium gets filled with the carbon dioxide rich blood, it contracts and supply the blood to the right ventricle. Now, again, right ventricle gets filled with the carbon dioxide rich blood or the deoxygenated blood and contract and supply the blood to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Now, the right ventricle supply the blood, this carbon dioxide rich blood, to the lung through pulmonary artery. Now, lung helps in the purification of the blood. Now, again, blood from the lung come to the left atrium of the heart through pulmonary vein. So that means pulmonary vein carry oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the left atrium. And that much part comes under the pulmonary circuit. So pulmonary circuit is a shorter part of the double circulation. Now the systemic circuit. Systemic means a circuit, that means the dealing of the blood between the system, between the body parts and the heart. Now, when left atrium gets filled with the oxygen-rich blood, it contracts and supply the blood to the left ventricle. And again, left ventricle contract and supply the blood to the aorta. Through the aorta, blood is supplied to different parts of the body. Blood is distributed to different parts of the body. Now, the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava again collect the carbon dioxide rich blood from different body parts. That means from the superior vena cava collects the carbon dioxide rich blood from the upper body parts, and the inferior vena cava collect the carbon dioxide rich blood from the lower body parts or lower body parts and bring it to the right atrium. So that much part comes under the systemic circuit. So in case of the systemic circuit, blood travels more distance, cover more part of the body. That's why it is known as the greater part of the double circulation. And the double circulation means here for one complete cycle of the blood, throughout the body, blood flows twice through the heart. That's why it is known as the double circulation. So that is the structure of the human heart as well as a brief idea of the double circulation through the human heart. Thank you.